What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Second Street Marvel and the Saturday Comics and Mayhem and whatever we decide to call this show. I don't know. There's not really a name for it, but what it is me and a couple of my good friends get together and we talk about some comic books and all kinds of bullshit. And as a matter of fact, sometimes what happens is, I'm late getting the stream ready and getting everything set up and ready. And then the guys that I'm supposed to be here rolling with, they just think, oh, okay, this dude's procrastinating. Why don't I procrastinate too, right? Because, hey, come on, right? Anyway, it's just, Saturdays are pretty busy, and I'm sure they're probably busy for everybody. You get out and do stuff. Maybe you take it easy Saturday morning. Like this morning, I woke up and went for a nice 2-hour ride. It was a little over 2 hours, but went for a nice ride. Forgot to turn on the GPS on my computer, and, well, it didn't track most of it, which kind of sucks, but hey. It is what it is, man. What's funny is it tracked my elevation and all that stuff. Like, it knows the route that I did, but it didn't track the GPS movement of the route I did. Kind of sucks. But anyway, hope you're all doing well today. Wanted to, here on the Saturday show, we talk about comic books. And today, once again, we got a request from one of the guys who's late here, who is, he's probably just late because I was procrastinating too, right? At least he has that excuse. But he wanted to talk once again about comics you should read while you're dying of COVID-19. Okay, maybe it's more comic books that you should read while in quarantine. There you go. It's something like that. And what about the name? Did you guys see the name of the show? Did you guys see it? What about that? Isn't that just swell? Love it. Love it, right? You gotta love it. Anyway, guys, I hope you're all doing good. Let's see. We got Tommy here in the chat. Thank you so much for being here, Tommy. Looks like look right here. We got Chris here from Comics and Comics. Looks like he hasn't brushed his hair. It looks like he's still got his crack pipe in his mouth, and but he's here though.
Hey, my hair's brushed. I'm having a great hair day.
Oh, okay. That's what you call great hair, huh?
That's a good hair day for me.
Oh man, how's it going?
It's going. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Staying busy, man. Trying to stay as busy as possible anyway. What about you? You still out there working, getting stuff done?
I started to work in the morning, and then I was like, meh.
Oh, okay. So I take it you're a non-essential, huh?
No, I qualify as essential. I get to work from home though.
Oh, okay. Nice. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I guess what I do is it's essential, but I don't have like a brick and mortar business. I do delivery stuff, so it's not too bad.
Yeah,
kind of.
It's food.
Yeah. So what's up, man? What you obviously no new comics this week. So what comics you been reading?
I read like 8 new comics this week.
8 new ones?
Yeah, brand new.
What are you talking about, dude? The comic industry is dead. It's shut down. It is no more. How'd you do this?
I read 8 new comics. There's a video on my channel about the 8 new comics I read. And they were, I guess, no, they weren't. I was going to say they're direct to me, but no, they're not direct to me. I still had to get them on Comixology. I spent, I think I reviewed 6 of them. I spent a whole $8 on comics this week and read a bunch of great stuff. Like, legitimately, the worst thing was still a very solid and fun comic book. So
nice.
So no X-Men. Yeah, no X-Men, no Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But a bunch of way cooler stuff than that.
Yeah, the small stuff, right? The small press, the indies.
Yeah. Keen Spot and Action Labs that we've talked about a couple books from before. They're still sending them out. I think they were probably doing the majority of their small revenue through digital anyway.
Oh,
and they do the thing that we say, by the way, like the books printed, which I've bought from both companies before, are the regular $3.99, but on Comixology they're $1.99. Even a couple were 89 cents, full comic books. So I think I mean, I'll never stop buying printed comic books, but
Right.
there's some worthwhile stories and great art out there. So it's out there. It's just a lot less.
Right. Yeah, and that's kind of like I mean, with everything going on, I mean, like with obviously the big publishers out there, everybody going through Diamond and all that. I mean, this is obviously going to affect them, but I mean, something I've been talking about anyways. Kind of like that's something they need to think about anyway going into the future. I mean, to future-proof their business, because they could still be selling books right now if there was more than just Diamond out there distributing their books.
Yeah.
And just finding a different way for things like that. And obviously we can see that if there's a market for it, people want your books. They want them, and they don't care how they get them. Like you said, you talk a lot about like everybody praises the LCS, and like my LCS is awesome, and LCSs are great. But at a time like if there's an LCS that's near you, they can't get product or they're closed. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you can't break. You can't let the whole system break down because one link in the chain breaks. Like if you're able to, we can all go back and support our LCSs afterwards, but you can't make every piece of the chain that people are waiting to get some kind of revenue in break because one piece isn't, like to me, that's a little bit broken. And to be honest, the idea is broken is what I mean. And,
right.
And to be honest, like you could buy it, the LCS wasn't exactly supporting these indie comics. They weren't forcing them into their stores.
Right.
So I'm still buying. I bought some stuff. Some stuff was free. But a lot of these direct to consumer stuff like Gumroad, if you go to Gumroad, there's some interesting stuff there for comics. So yeah. And that are either free or very cheap. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Tommy.
And I was gonna say, because I know right before all this happened, one of the guys from Mad Cave, he got a hold of me and sent me a link so I could download some of their free first books that they've got, so I can read some of those. I'll do some reviews on those. Dylan just talked to Mark London yesterday. Did his interview.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think Dylan talked more than Mark did.
Yeah, he'll get better at that. I saw that a little bit too, but he'll get better at that. He's excited.
It's because he's excited. He's excited. He's like, oh, he just keeps going. I'm like, I get it. Hey, I get it. I was laughing as he was going through the interview. I'm like, fucking Dylan, dude, he's all excited. He's like, dude, like he just keeps going. You gotta love his enthusiasm, though. That's great. That's great. But yeah.
Where is he? Did we contact Dylan, by the way? Is he coming on, or we're not sure?
I don't know. I didn't
see him answer.
I didn't see him answer. Yeah, maybe he might be sleeping.
Yeah, he'll pop on at some point.
Yeah, and so he might be sleeping if he's not on somebody else's stream.
Yeah, that's true too.
But yeah, as I'm saying, I think obviously with everything going on, I mean, they do need to think about something future wise to be able to get books to customers, and also even more than just digital, because like I don't really have a problem with digital and all that stuff. I know like a lot of people concerned about like digital's gonna shut down, it's gonna close LCSs, and that couldn't be further from the truth, man. It's already it's already here.
Yeah.
It's been here for a while. People already do it.
Yeah, I agree.
So I mean, it's just like people talking about the movie theaters and the movies going straight to streaming and all that stuff. I'm like, this stuff's been around. Studios have already been putting movies straight to streaming and digital and shit anyway. So I mean, but like I said, with all these companies, it should make them think more about future proofing and thinking like, okay, next time we need to have something in place more than just counting on what we've got, than just the one distributor or whatnot, and that's really hard because it's not like we're going to expect like a Marvel or a DC or Image or any of these places to mail us comic books directly. But I don't know.
They used to,
huh?
They used to back in the day.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. And
if you have your own comic books, you could see it. They would always come damaged.
Yeah, I was gonna say
they'd always come
one
damaged.
way, but then maybe if they had just more direct contact with the LCSs themselves, actually worked with the people who were selling a product.
Yeah, it's such a thin. I mean, the industry is so small. It has a very passionate group. Obviously, like the comic community is very huge. There's such a passionate group. But I mean, Marvel I mean, Marvel tried to be their own distributor in the late '90s, and that fell apart. They
Right.
didn't do it well. That was before they became huge and Disney bought them and stuff like that. You know, and Diamond, the only way that we'd have any distributor of Diamond, you know, had these guarantees that they would be the direct markets distributor. Theoretically, all these other places could get comics from a different distributor, but they don't sell as well like they used to on the newsstand, you know. So
Right.
it's a really like, you know, it's a really niche market. We just happen to be a bunch of passionate people, you know,
Right.
doing it. As you could probably see, you know, you do a lot of comic stuff, but I'm sure like some of your other more general, you know, nerd geek commentary videos do a lot better generally. You know what I mean? And
Right.
and you know, you might get a lot more passion for the comic stuff for those of us that are fans of it, you know. But it's hard to say. I mean, here's what the end is that I don't think they're ever going to disappear. They're going to be here in some form or another, both physical and digital. And all that matters is that the creators are making enough money making them, and I can get them.
Right.
Like all the stuff that happens in the middle, you know, that stuff needs to be figured out. Whether they come directly to me, whether I go look for them, whether they're at the store, you know, you can't really worry about this middle part so much like we are, and we're like worshiping all these like mid chains, you know.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah,
the middle of the supply.
I agree with that, and you know, to the point where I mean, they do need to figure something out because I mean, we can obviously see there's people out there that do their own campaigns out there. You know, all the like the actual, you know, just the indie creators, you know, who do all the indie go-go's and Kickstarters. They're still doing business. I mean, if they can do it, a single person can do it. You know, a big company should be able to, though they just have more to balance that way. You know, because they have more titles and things like that. But if these individuals can do it, a company should be able to have the legit.
They should be able to
do that.
Yeah, and both the big two at least. Like it's, I mean, Warner, AT&T. I can't even remember who owns DC anymore. But what Warner doesn't need DC comic book, the publishing side, and Disney doesn't need Marvel. I mean, really, it's really at this point the R&D. You know, it's just the research and development anyway to see what could be a movie or what could be sold in a different way or what can, you know. So yeah, there's no reason to fret so much, I don't think. I mean, if Marvel wanted to get into our hands, they can, but would be a huge backlash if they shit on the LCSs, you know. And I love my comic stores too. I go to multiple. I love going into them, you know. But
Right.
I mean,
I think the thing is for the LCSs is a lot of them, if they're smart, they're diversifying and not just selling comics. Like if you're just selling comics, yeah, you're probably hurting right now. You know what I mean? But if you have other things in there that you sell, like, you know, like the posters, the action figures, you know, mine does like trading cards and just like different avenues of stuff to sell. I mean, you're kind of helping your business out as well, you know, where you can still be a local comic shop and still offer more, you know. And I think most of them do.
yeah.
It's just a matter of how broad their market is, I guess.
Yeah, and online, I know yours doesn't, but online probably helps too. You should always have probably kept you should have kept those lines open. So
Yeah.
Trinity, I watched you had a couple comics to read in quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried not to repeat anything, but the second one I didn't watch all of. So I guess
you turned away from my video?
You didn't even know I watched new comics, or you didn't even know I read new comics.
I did.
Hey, I come on
but
your
the
videos
audience
a lot,
don't. I've got to play stupid. I got to play dumb.
There you go. What the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, I tried not to repeat mine. Do you have additional ones to talk about?
I mean, not really. I mean, I've got so many. I mean, we can talk about whatever.
Just talk about whatever.
Yeah, and it's okay. It's okay if we repeat them too, because some of them are worth repeating.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I want to repeat any, but then mine are like, sorry, try not to be loud so I don't wake up the kids. Mine are like, I don't know. We'll get into it when we get into it. I don't know if you had something before. I'm waiting for Dylan just to pop on out of nowhere.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no. You can go right ahead if you have one to recommend. Like last night on Trailer Park Live, since there was no new comics, you know, which I normally start off talking about comics. I went ahead and started off talking about the Black Widow No Restraints playbook again, just because I love it so much, and I read it earlier that day.
There you go.
But yeah, no, go ahead. If you got one, if you got something to recommend for us, man, let us know. Ride the reap.
Well, let's. I'll start with one, and then we could just, we can ramble and talk about whatever. Still, the first one I'd start with is Curse Words here. This is by Charles Soule, and who the hell? Ryan Brown draws it. So
Okay.
this comic here is like sort of lighthearted. It is it's lighthearted, but it's still for adults. It's about a wizard that comes. He basically comes from another dimension. He's supposed to destroy our dimension, but he ends up liking it. He's like, no slavery. No, there's people that aren't slaves here. You guys go to the beach. The sun is shining. He decides to stay. And essentially, there's this. That Ryan Brown gets to like draw a bunch of. I don't want to like reduce it to monster of the week, but you get all these like really like sort of intelligent, great monster designs throughout the book, and essentially all these monsters are supposed to come here to get him. His old girlfriend is almost like a Catwoman Batman situation where she's a villain, but they're in love too, and it ends up being both really funny and really good. It ended at number 25, and Charles Soule is a real good writer too. It ended at number 25, and I haven't caught up to it yet, but you can get an idea of some of like the art in it and stuff like that. So I don't know if you have you ever heard of this or read it or seen
I've heard of it. I've heard of it. I haven't read it. I've definitely seen it there at the comic shop, and on the new releases list for sure.
Yeah, it ended at 25, and Charles Soule's pretty good. So you get like both. You get like some fantasy elements, and you get all the normal stuff where that we've actually seen. It's a little bit of a trope, right? That we've actually seen a lot with like Thor and like in the Thor Wonder Woman films, where it's like a guy that doesn't know our culture and the way he reacts to it and whatnot. So you get a little of that too, but it's all done. It's all done in a pretty funny way. And Charles Soule, some people don't like Charles Soule, but he wrote that Darth Vader run that everyone loves.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really dark. Even for a Star Wars comic, was very dark. Where this is a lot more colorful and lighthearted, but still definitely for adults and stuff. So, and then you get almost a little Spawn element where his magic is running out to a certain extent. So that's a great read. And the other good thing about it is it's 6 comics in there, and it's the Image volume 1s are often, not always, but often $9.99. So I mean, if we're gonna pay $4.99 for a single Aftershock book, we could pay $9.99 for 5 Image books, right? 6 Image books.
I don't know. I might be willing.
I really like that.
I might be willing to go with the Aftershock books over an Image book, but that's just me.
Yeah.
No,
but the card stock.
Huh? Yeah, the card stock, bro. It's all about that card stock.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and there's not a whole lot of books on Image that I read. They have some good, they have some decent titles. But I guess they've kind of got a wide array of stories and things that they do. I mean, obviously, I love like Ice Cream Man. Ice Cream Man. That's just that book is just great.
Yeah. And Image. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, at my LCS, they told me that anybody who's put Ice Cream Man on their pull list hasn't pulled it off. So.
Oh yeah, because it's great.
Yeah,
it's too much fun. I mean, and I've only read like 5 or 6 of them now, but I love it still. I mean, Image is funny, right? Because people want to. Sometimes when people say the big 2, they want to say the big 3 because Image technically is the 3rd biggest, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, Image is really the definition of indie. Like, there's 20 people that work at Image, and the only IP, the only intellectual property that Image owns is the logo.
Okay.
Right? So all Image is doing is taking a cut, right, to like do all the marketing and the processing and the stuff that they normally do. And then the owner of the comic, or the writers and artists of the comic, own everything else. You know what I mean? Like they can legitimately take, if he wanted to bring curse words onto Boom, he could do that.
Mm.
You know, and then when we think indies, or we think these smaller companies like Boom and Vault, you know, they're not as, it's still creator owned stuff, you know, but they're not as creator owned. Like there's more of a cut for Boom, like for something like Once and Future, you know, or in Vault. So it's funny because we want to think, sometimes we want to like drop Image into and call it the big three, but Image is like legitimately indie, you know, legitimately indie books. It's just a big conglomerate of them, you know.
Right. It still comes to the point where they're not going to put out a title they think is shit and isn't going to sell, though. Obviously.
Yeah, it's got to. Well, here's the thing, right? That's why that there's a risk for the creator. That's why some creators will still go to Boom, right? Because Boom will take more of a risk and they'll own more.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if Image isn't making money, if Image is losing money at that little 10% cut that they take, or whatever it is,
mm-hmm.
you know, then obviously they cancel it. Right.
Right.
But that also allows for them to release a lot of books, so long as they do so, you know. Mm-hmm. Then it's up to the creator whether he wants to keep writing it and drawing it if the book's not selling that well.
Right. Well, and seeing that's kind of something like I was even thinking about, you know, like, oh, I know this is taboo to talk about out there in the world, but like I've even kind of thought a lot about, like, with the Comicsgate creators and all of them guys. I'm like, why don't one of those, like, or a couple of them guys pull their money together, create an actual label and do distribution and all that shit, and tell people, if you want, you know, come to us, you know, do the same kind of thing if all these other companies can do it, you know. But at the same time, I realize there's probably a lot of money and risk involved with that as well, and they would probably still keep their circle relatively small. You know what I mean? I think it's part of the tricky business.
Yeah, at this point, that stuff's such a movement. Like, people believe in it,
right?
Like, wholeheartedly. Like, it's such a movement. Like, those people and the fans and the people that consider themselves under that banner, like, they pay $25 for a book right now,
right?
Plus shipping for a single comic book that takes 8 months to come out. Yeah. You know.
Well, what I've noticed is a lot of them are more like trade paperbacks when they do that. A lot of them are thicker books when they do that. A lot of them aren't just like the single issues.
I mean, that's true. I'm thinking of Cyberfrog specifically. You know what I mean? But there's a so that's the highest one.
Right.
But there's a passion for this.
Right.
Like, they have that group of people has a big passion and a movement. Like, it's they try not to be political, but it's a political movement for sure. You know.
Yeah, I would.
So
say,
it's almost like
in
a donation.
Sense, yeah, in a sense,
it's almost like a donation to EVS. You know, and he has like 2,000 people in his stream, right? So
yeah.
You know, so right now it wouldn't make sense because
they've certainly earned it. Everything they've got and everything they've done with what they're doing, they've certainly earned it. Certainly can't.
I don't know what earning it. I don't know what earning it means. I mean, if someone pays you, then you earned it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, as far as like the reputation, like just the kind of thing they built, they've obviously earned that. I mean, you don't get people that are that passionate and just want to back it up just from being some, you know, dickhead on the internet. But I certainly won't say that it's easy. I think that's the thing, is that it's not easy. A lot of people want to think like it's easy, you know, think like, oh, hey, you know, you just make comic books. Hey, it's that simple, you know, you go to all these places. Like, I don't know that it's necessarily all that easy to do.
Oh yeah, to put a comic together definitely isn't. Yeah. I mean, it's easier than some things because you could almost do it yourself, right? It's like, I mean, a comic book is a little, I hate to say this, this analogy could fall apart, right? But a comic book is almost like putting together a good rap song. You really only need a couple people to do it, and you could do it at your house if you take a lot of time on it. We're like, you can't do, you know, orchestral music without 30 people. You know what I mean? If you're going to be in a rock band and not use electronics, you still need 3 to 4 people in your band, you know, and get everyone together. So, I mean, a comic book, it's not easy to make it good, that's for sure, alone, but you can do it.
Right.
You know, you can do it alone.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, definitely takes a team. of people to do that. And that's with any comic book, not just the smaller ones, like even the big ones on like Marvel and all that stuff. Everybody likes to think like, oh, it's just that easy to write that SJW trash, but it's really not. It still does take a team effort for doing all the books, no matter what there are.
Yeah, Marvel and DC have a different thing. They have a different thing too, where they need. I mean, assuming this COVID stuff wasn't here, but they also need speed. You have to have a level of quality and a level of speed, right? Because it's not only with Marvel, it's not only how good of an artist you are, but it's how good you are at being fast. You know, because that stuff has to come out. That stuff has to come out quickly.
Right.
So,
yeah, I think that's definitely one thing. For sure. Like you're saying, like the speediness and the consistency of it. And to me, that's something that, I mean, it is important for a comic book, especially if it's one that I really like. You know, I don't want to have to wait on it, which is what's nice about some of them, because they actually do them in a collected format where you're getting, you know, maybe a trade paperback's worth. So at least you're getting a bigger overall story there and don't have to wait. But sometimes even then, that could suck as well. You still get a trade paperback and you tear through it, and then the next thing you know, you're sitting there for another few months going, fuck, where's another one at, man?
yeah, I agree. Unruly Simeon, Ethan and Zach are making real money. That's sort of like my point. That's sort of like why you could see though that it's a movement. Like this is something people believe in this and with their hearts, you know, because there's no way that in the regular market you'd accept that a guy takes more than a year to publish one comic book that's not really about anything and charge $25 for it.
Right. Second Street question: do you by chance know if Marvel and DC on the smaller companies like Dark Horse?
I don't know what he means.
Yeah, I'm not for sure what it means. I mean, they don't own them. No. I mean, they're big.
I was gonna say, is he saying own?
Yeah, I'm not for sure. I'm thinking that's what he meant. Yeah.
They don't.
No. James is here. What's up, James? Haven't seen the Assassins movie. Perhaps one day. Prince of Persia wasn't too good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've seen either one of those. Yeah.
I haven't seen the Prince of Persia movie, but the game was cool back in the early 2000s. I guess it was a remake.
Oh, really? Oh, shit, I didn't even know.
Well, I mean, there's the original one, like the one that was like on Atari or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah, and then like in early 2000s, that's probably like one of the last games I ever beat. And then I stopped playing video games. So early 2000s, the Sands of Time came out, and it was like somewhere between. That was a good game because it was somewhere between a platformer and like a puzzle game. Like it was well designed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
But I don't know shit else about it. After that, I stopped playing video games, so I don't know shit else about them.
Yeah, I don't game a whole lot, man. I buy games and shit, and I don't get to play them that often. It's like I'm basically just flushing money down the toilet. And I always think like I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna play it anyway. I'm not gonna be playing it. And then I still give in and I buy the shit anyway. I play it for about a week, and I'm like, all right, you know what?
Yeah.
Because I just don't like. For me, it's like I don't investing that much time into it because I run my own business. I've got 3 kids. I like to, I'm doing this YouTube thing. I like getting on my bike and training and working out and all that kind of shit. Like I don't really have time for it, not even to unwind and have fun,
Yeah, there's other things to unwind. I like video games, but that's really my problem is that a game looks cool to me and I'm like even if I were so I haven't played games for more than a decade, right? So even if I were as good, like some of these guys that are reviewing them, they're like, it took me 35 hours. That means it'd take me like 55 hours.
Right.
Like, how am I going to spend? I mean, it's a great deal. If you think about it, you spend $60 for a game that you have this like 100 hours in or something like that, like it's a great deal. Actually, it's a way better deal than a comic book for the per minute price.
Right.
But I just do these other things. So it's not that I don't like them. It's just that it's like the one nerd thing I had to cut out.
Right. It's kind of funny that you bring up that analogy because that's something that I kind of justify with my bikes too. Because like some people, somebody the other day was shitting because my bicycle is like, if you buy the bicycle I bought brand new, it's like a $12,000 bike. And like holy shit, that's a lot, man. But I'm like, if you boil it down to miles and time that I get out of it to how much it costs, It's nothing.
It's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing. That's and that's the most important thing. If you're going to make a big purchase, no matter what it is, like how much joy are you going to get from it, and what is it going to? The other thing that's important too, and not with your bike because that's your fitness. That's like how you get your fitness. But when you buy something expensive like a video game system, what is it going to cannibalize? So not only is how much like per minute or per hour, right? But then what is it going to eat up time with? Is it going to eat up time with your family? Is it going to eat up time with the thing that you should be doing, like reading?
Right.
You know, or is it going to, you know, so yeah, the bike for sure. Yeah, I mean, you didn't pay 12,000, right? You got that's retail 12,000. Didn't you tell me you got it some other way?
In a lot of ways, yes. In a lot of ways, I ended up only paying about 6,000 for it. But everything that, well, you know, even that's like, it was probably more like 7,000 to 8,000, probably right around that range, because I did buy some new components for it when I got the new bike. But like, I bought my bike originally, and the wheel set on it, like there was something wrong with them, so they warrantied out the wheel set. They upgraded me to a better wheel set, and then a handful of years later, there was a problem, somewhat of a manufacturer's defect with it. So they went ahead and warrantied out that frame and sent me a new frame. It was a step up from the regular one that I had. It was only one step up to the S-Works, and they went ahead and did that for free. But like and then I put a new component set on there. But basically everything that's on there and all that stuff, yeah, I would like that bike brand new would have cost about between $12,000 and $13,000. And yeah, I ended up paying like 6,000 for the bike originally, and then I upgraded the new parts, which ended up being about 1,200. So it was about 7,200. Still a lot of money. But
good ton of money. That's almost what I paid for my car.
Right.
I do drive a cheap car, but nonetheless, it's almost what I paid for my car.
Yeah, and that's why I tell a lot of people, like a lot of people are like, well, you paid how much? I'm like, yeah, like my bike literally costs as much as some people's cars, if not more, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I get Anthony says, and guest, rank your top comic book artists by quality of the pictures and frequency of usage in the comics. I'm not really familiar with a lot of the artists and everything like that. What do you think? Who's some of your favorite artists?
I mean, I could name whenever someone wants to like make me do a top 10, I'm always like, don't make me do it like while I'm thinking. I can name some favorite artists though. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
If you, I think, well, EBS is a really good artist, to be honest, right? But he's a wonderful artist. He comes with a little bit of a controversy. But if you want, you know, a guy that's been writing great action, you know, normally I would buy a Warren Ellis book because he's such a great writer. But Warren Ellis in Castlevania, in Cemetery Beach, and in this new Batman's Grave has just been writing really good action scenes, and then letting animators and artists draw them. So Brian Hitch is a teammate of his from Planetary, and is also drawing Batman's Grave. So he's a great artist in like the, you know, that superhero body action genre. The other guy, I'll just throw out one other guy, if you like, in a completely different style, is Christian Ward, which is a comic I'll show later. But Christian Ward, for his painting stuff, he did some Thor. He has a real not common comic book style that I think people would at least think is interesting. That's all like mostly watercolors and stuff. So there's two of mine. Can you think of anything?
I mean, none really in particular. I mean, like people like do it like comic artists on the inside. Obviously, the guy who does a lot of covers that I like is what's his name? Lee Inyuk Lee Inyuk. I'm not sure. Yeah. He does some great art. Obviously, Alex Ross does great covers, but I think artist inside of a book that I've noticed lately is just something that I've noticed like here over the last year is the guy who did the art inside of Neon Future. There's two guys, Neil Edwards and Jeremy Rawpack. I think that's their names. Neil Edwards and Jeremy.
I can't remember who did it.
The art in that book is just so damn beautiful, man. Like I see the art and I'm like, dude, like this is great art. And especially for the style it's supposed to be too, because it's supposed to be that kind of futuristic look, and it really, I mean, it's just beautiful, beautiful,
like a Blade Runner feel. Yeah, that was good.
And I'm not sure what all work that he's done in the past, but I mean, the art in itself, I just really like. Let's see if I can find.
Do you have the trade now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was a good series.
Yeah, and the art in the book I just really love, man. Like, it's very crisp, very clean. Even like with a lot of the coloring they did in it and everything. It's just beautiful work. Like, I see it and I'm like, now I don't want this out of every comic I read, because I don't think every comic that I read needs this kind of art. But the art that they've got in this book is really, really great. Because I could look at something like Mall on Vault Comics, and it's really gritty art. It's nowhere near as brushed and beautiful as this is, but it's great art for the story that it's telling. It really helps, just really helps set that tone overall. But yeah, the art.
A lot of Neon Future. Beautiful. A lot of Neon Future to me was the colors, because it still had it gave a real dark tone to it. And yeah, that was a surprisingly good series. But Jim Kruger is a great writer. When you said Neon Future, you said who did Neon? I thought Jim Kruger. The other artist I'd like to point out that has a great gritty style that did another Jim Kruger indie book that you read was No One's.
Oh yeah. Well B
did a great job in that. Like, just a real dark sort of, like, scary abstract feeling he gave to everything. I guess we're not giving this guy a top 10, but we are giving him, like, oh, here's some cool things that we've noticed recently. So
yeah,
that's just good for me.
And to me, that's more what it's about, because like I had just got back into reading like 2 years ago, so like a lot of like the older artists that have been around forever, like the classic artists, I don't really know a whole lot of them. I'm not super familiar with their work or anything, you know what I mean? But yeah, I just noticed there are artists I see out there that do really nice work, because even like Dan Mora, what he's doing in the Once and Future series, is doing some beautiful work in that as well.
Once and Future looks really good. That's another great colored book. Bruce Lombardo is pointing out Ragnarok, and I have a couple issues. I haven't read it, but yeah, like Walt Simonson's always great. Some really good stuff that you could find in maybe not quite dollar bins, but not expensive at all, is when Walt Simonson did the whole Weapon X story in Marvel Comics Presents. That's really good too. So that's one of the more classic guys, but he's very detailed, especially for not especially for an older artist. The older artists were all very much more detailed, but
yeah. And
so, Walt Simonson, the shit.
Cooking with Ruthie sends in a $1.99 super chat, says, hello. Hi, Ruthie. How are you doing? Hope all is well. I see you changed the name of your channel to Cooking with Ruthie, doing some cooking and things. Sounds good. I've actually thought about doing some of that myself, doing a stream show with me and my kids, gonna make some cookies, make some chocolate chip cookies. Got a great recipe.
There's been a lot of cooking. There's been a lot of cooking shows on the comic community lately.
I know. I was in Carolina Chris the other day. He was doing some cooking.
Yeah. He was live streaming while he was cooking something.
Yeah.
So,
is that what you do?
I guess it's the new thing.
Yeah, dude. I was like this morning, and then even like 3 or 4 days ago, I live streamed me out in the garage doing some extracurricular activities and changing the tire on my bike to put on the trainer.
Yeah, real life shit. I went live taking a walk about 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
I mostly just complained about the LCS stuff. So. Yeah. Why not, dude? I mean, people forget. Everyone, I think, is trying to be like CBS or something. Like, people forget that we're just people having fun on YouTube. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh,
but I don't know. Cooking with Ruthie. What was the name of the channel before?
God, I can't. God, it was It was something a little bit
I don't remember
different.
seeing it.
It was a little bit different.
Oh.
But it's always been like the Ruthie Star Wars for Life. I think I can't remember what it was called. I think it was G&G. No, was it G&G for Life with Ruthie something Star Wars?
No,
Yeah,
Tommy put it in there. Well,
it was
Tommy put it in there. It says Star Wars for Life review. Ruthie.
It was a little bit different. It was a little bit different, but yeah. I can't remember. It was a little bit longer, but we all know Ruthie though. We all know Ruthie. She's awesome. Hitch is excellent. I don't think it's a fucking tutor.
That's what we were talking about a few minutes ago.
I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it out sometime.
Yeah, Walt Simonson. Yeah, you could get anything from Walt Simonson, to be honest. I bought these RoboCop books for $1. I just go, oh, RoboCop, here's the whole run. And I didn't even realize it when I got home. They're written by Frank Miller and drawn by Walt Simonson. So I was like, oh, well, this is a score. Not either one's best work, but still very good.
Yeah.
So Dylan said he's getting on like half an hour ago. He said it.
Oh, is that? Oh, did he answer?
He answered in our little dealio.
He probably fell back asleep. He probably
did.
Maybe.
He's probably high as hell.
Oh yeah. Maybe he's cleaning his room. He's like, shit.
Could be cleaning his room. He's like, there's peanut butter everywhere.
Oh no! So what was the peanut butter thing anyway? I know I completely missed that.
I said it before.
Oh, yeah, I know.
His dog is always in the back. His dog is always in the back while he's talking. Like you just see his dog get up and stuff, and we're like, why does your dog love you so much? Are you big on rubbing peanut butter on your body parts or what? And that's it. And then people ran with it.
Okay,
now
that worked.
Now if Dylan eats a peanut butter sandwich, he'll get shit for like 2 hours. People will just pile on him.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe we should send him some peanut butter cups.
Yeah, that's what we should do. Dylan's got a little too used to people giving him shit for free in the community. By the way, we'll give him shit for that when he gets on, because he's just like, I go, because obviously I work and I paid for my comic books, and I'm not trying to be a big streamer, and I've never given anything away. I don't plan to. And Dylan's all like, I said how good Little Bird was, and he's all, send me those. I go, I don't feel like it, Dylan. He goes, just put them in an envelope and send them to me. It's like $30 worth of comics. There he is.
There he is right there. Getting ready to be stripping for us. Woohoo, let's see it.
There we go.
I'm gonna take it off.
What's up, man?
Sorry, I
I
didn't see the dang update, and then I ran out to the store real quick.
Speak to the devil, and he shall come. We should have started talking about him earlier.
I was like, of course, I come in right as Chaos starts talking about me. He just can't.
Yeah, of course. It's time.
He can't help himself.
I'm like, where the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, guys, I was gonna say, if you want to help support Dylan, send me some money.
Yes.
There's links down in the description. You can send me some super chats. Help Dylan out and send me money.
Yes. There's no better way to support me by sending Trinity money.
Listen, I don't want your guys' support, so if you ever had the inkling to give me any, just give it to Trinity. That's what I see.
Oh my god. Tommy, he loves peanut butter. Dylan's comic stuff. Oh my god.
Poor Dylan.
Oh man, that's great.
Oh man.
That's great.
That is the funniest.
So what's up, man? What you been reading this week? You got a recommendation of something for people to read?
Well, I read, me and Kevin did an interview with the writer Dylan Gilbertson, that Action Labs title, Sweetheart. So I just read that today. Issues 1 and 2 was really good. And he actually just told us, because issue 1 was the only one that I believe that came out in shops so far. So if you got issue 1, even if you didn't get issue 1, you can check, like, since everything with the lockdowns going on, he's going to be releasing all 5 issues, like, week to week. So I think maybe next week issue 3's coming out, and then issue 4 the next week on Comixology, and then 2 weeks after issue 5 comes out, you should be able to get the trade maybe on Barnes and Noble or Amazon or something.
So those Action Labs, that was one of the companies I was saying earlier. Trinity Action Labs is still putting them out digitally, and they're like between 89 cents and $1.99. So
really, I didn't see how much
cheap.
They're cheap on like to buy them digitally. They're cheap.
Yeah. I reviewed 6 new comics. I was telling Trinity, so they're on my channel. So to me, it was still New Comic Day. I paid a whole $8 for like 6 or 7 comics.
Damn.
And most of them were new. One of them was a comic called The Argus, and number 2 came out this week. So, I dug deep in my pocket and I bought number 1 for 89 cents.
Hell yeah.
And I read it, and it was a cool ass time travel book, you know what I mean? Like it was it was good as a lot of what I read.
He dug up in them couch cushions to read this title.
Yeah, I did for that 89 cents.
Yeah.
So
you had to go shake down the kid down the street for his money, huh? Turn him upside down.
He was Canadian though, so I took 89 cents for him, but it turned out only to be 54 cents in American.
Figures.
Yeah.
I read Sweetheart though. I'm actually gonna read this new Vault title called Maxwell's Demons.
Nice. Sweetheart number 1 was good.
It was really good. Let's talk about that.
Well, let's talk about Sweetheart for a second. Yeah, I read only number 1 though, so if number 2 is on Comixology, I'll buy it. I'll buy it after we get off here. I actually have a sports stream. My friends are giving me shit, Trinity. By the way.
For what?
I'm actually gonna buy him off the Dylan, like actually buy him off him because he has some copies and he said he's gonna get comps to all 5 issues. So I'm gonna just wait. I might read them digital anyways, but I want to buy a physical because it's like the art in that book is fantastic. Like the coloring in
to pee on us.
Yeah.
He set his phone down all low, and it looks like he's getting ready to whip it out and start peeing on us.
Yeah, that or he's got.
I'll pull out Big Vernon. Come on, Big Vernon.
But yeah. So I guess there's a whole thing with the Sweetheart and the monster, like how because I guess Dylan has like diabetes. I don't know if he's type 1 or type 2. So I was like 5 minutes late to the chat or live stream. I mean, no shock there. I mean, I'm late to every stream I do.
Yeah.
You're
like my every girlfriend's period.
Oh my god. But yeah, so like it's really cool though how the monsters, how they got like the skinny one and the bruiser. I thought like it gives me like a modernized Creature from the Black Lagoon. But I guess that he's a fan of that. But he said that he didn't he gave ideas I think to the artist, but the artist is the one who really created it. He's like I'm sure.
Let me give Trinity and any audience context. We don't have to stay too long on it. So the Sweet Tooth book, Trinity, is there's these like I can't remember if they're monsters or aliens or spirits, right? And they walk around, and for the most part, monsters. And you'll have to remind me, Dylan. It's been about a month since I read it, but for the most part, they don't bother you for shit. But then every now and then, one of them gets attached to you. And he like follows you around for life, essentially. Right? Yeah. And some are less dangerous than others.
There's like the bruiser, which is more like the fat one. And it's like more attracted to like, say if you eat a shit ton of candy and stuff, and they'll get like attracted to your scent. And they like if one like kind of I think they kind of like once they get attracted to your scent, they'll like leave a mark on you almost. And after that, you're like Chaos said, you're fucked for life. Like they're gonna be in the shadows for life. Like they're gonna literally be watching you. So they give you like a tonic that you're supposed to drink every 4 hours or so, and it'll start appearing. If you
I've been through that myself. My scent has attracted many monsters, and I've had to give them shit to drink to keep them away from me. This This
They're
sounds
all
like my life.
450 pounds. They're all
Huh?
450 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a crazy book. I enjoyed it. I have to see if number 2. So is number 2 available digitally, or should I just buy it from the guy? I popped in on the stream for about 5 minutes, but I was like changing a flat tire so I can stay on. So
What are you changing a flat tire for, bro?
because it was flat.
Oh man, like on your bicycle?
No, my wife's car. Well, I should rephrase that. I had already changed the flat tire. I was getting it patched, and I was trying to listen. They had a stream earlier on 1-2 Comic Talks channel. So I have two creator interviews I got to review now.
What are you doing? It hasn't been that long yet. It's not time to start texting yet. You just got here.
No, I was looking.
Yeah, Dylan, wait till we start talking about politics, bro.
Yeah.
I was looking it up. I was seeing if Sweetheart 2 is on there for you.
Nah, dude.
I'll look it up.
Look up the camera.
It's a.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the camera. It is. It's on there. It's $2.99.
Huh. Nice.
You can actually get issue 3 as well. Or no, you pre-order that. Issue 2 is available, but they come out week to week, which is actually really cool. So I'm excited, man. I think you're gonna like issue 2 even better though than issue 1.
Yeah, I thought. Well, here was the problem. When I reviewed it, I said this was a pretty cool book. But
Yeah,
it's sort of like the argument. You know how people always argue that no one writes a single issue well anymore, that everything's a continuation and a big arc.
mm-hmm.
But I was like, it's sort of the argument to not do that because issue 1 was really good, but it felt like it ended.
Yeah,
right? Like it felt like self-contained.
Yeah,
right. And so it was like, well, am I going to go search for issue 2? I wasn't sure, But I mean, now if this guy's doing interviews in the community and stuff like that, I'll support him because issue 1 was pretty damn good, to be honest. So.
He's a real cool dude, man. Like, honestly, I've done a few interviews with Kevin, and that was honestly my favorite interview I think we've done. He was a really cool dude. I'd say that issue, like the way it ended too. I was thinking the same. Like the way it ended, it almost seemed like a one shot that was like up for grabs. Like if this book does good, then it'll get a sequel or something, because it kind of left things open a little bit, like with the girl, because you see that she gets kind of like what they end up calling them is tags. Like when you get they call you a tag when you get like basically hit or attached to one of these monsters, and they get into like the bigger ones actually, or no, they get into the big one because that big one like run. That's how his mom the kid's son as when he's growing up, because there's a bunch of time jumps in it, which was really interesting. I thought it would kind of go through a lot of his childhood, but then you get a little bit of a childhood, and it's more like what he goes through growing up, like being tagged his whole life. But I enjoyed it. It was cool. And I guess, it continues with his daughter. And they say actually, like most people that get tagged don't have kids for this reason. Like they choose not to because they know that like the monster's going to go for their family or something. Or it's interesting too.
Don't give away too much.
I'm not. No, there's way more than that. But what the hell? It's interesting because what I was saying is like there's the way you kind of
switcheroo.
What like makes the monster as if like compared to his diabetes. That's like what it all comes from is like, the tonic. He has to drink the tonic every 4 hours. He has to be so careful about they can't eat sweets anymore because it'll attract the scent of the monster. They have to drink the tonic. Otherwise, the diabetes will creep up on you. Like the monster will creep up on you and kill you, and that could happen with diabetes. Like I've
What's never. The other book? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I've never seen a book where they kind of like take like I don't know how to say it because it's not a disease, but a sickness, I guess. He's grown up with diabetes his whole life, and he takes something that he's gone through that maybe kind of crippled him at times, and he's overcome it, and you know, he turns that into a horror story, creates a monster out of it. It's interesting to me. I don't know. I've never seen that done before. Correct me if I'm wrong, Cass, because you've read way more than me, or Trinity. You might have seen something like that.
Sugar is an evil demon.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate. At least the
Yeah,
diabetes. More people die of diabetes in this country every single year than they do this coronavirus going on out there. More people have been killed by diabetes, and we're more worried about flu, about common flu.
Yeah.
I got the flu.
Worried about
Cars kill more
worried
people.
about that toilet paper.
So somebody's gonna get all pissed off at me in the comments, be like, "It's not a flu."
I mean, if they can't tell you were being
people have been
that you were
in their houses, so they're being that way about it.
if they can't tell you were doing a parody, then that's on them.
Yeah, I guess so. Never heard of this comic. Yeah, I don't think I heard of it neither. What was it called again?
It's on Action Labs. It's called Sweet Tooth.
Sweetheart.
Or Sweetheart. Sorry, I mean, we just started talking about diabetes.
Oh, I think I seen that. I think I seen it on like the pools. I don't think I ever, or you know, just on like on the previews.
I might have shown it on this show like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Maybe so.
Yeah. I may have.
Yeah. And Snow does, would you like to join us on the Ribbit and Bigot show tonight? I don't think I'll be able to tonight, man. I'll see if I can. I'll see if I'll let you know in a little while. Snow Dev.
That's the cover for issue 1, Trinity.
Oh, okay. All right.
It focuses.
Yeah.
It sold out on Midtown like the day before New Comic Book Day.
I mean, sometimes those will sell out because they don't get high pre-orders and no one prints them.
Yeah. Well, the B cover was like limited to 2,500 copies. I'm hoping I can get the B. I ordered both copies, but I never got them in. So
for those that want to try it and don't want to risk a lot and aren't going to cry about it being digital, Sweetheart #1 is 89 cents on Comixology.
Oh, really?
And it's not, and it is a worthy book to just read alone. Just read the first issue if you wanted. Then you could see whether you wanted to follow up. But it's 89 cents on Comixology.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, for a buck, that's not bad. You know what? And honestly, I kind of feel they should do that anyway with like a lot of the books anyway, like the digital copies, because like especially Marvel, considering Marvel gives you a digital comic, you know, every time you buy the regular print anyway. I think their digital should be less, and I think digital should be less anyway. And
it should be. A lot of that's to protect. It's the same reason that Kindle books are the same price as the regular books when they're new. Is a lot of that's to protect the brick and mortar stores, protect the. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, and that's the thing is because it's not like it's gonna put them out of business still. You know what I mean? It's just senseless. I mean, like I don't know, man. Speaking of it, it just makes you think the whole thing just needs to be rethought.
It's amazing that the indie titles are the one, the smaller companies are lowering their prices, but the $1 million corporations are still waxing us. Like, it's incredible. It honestly is making me rethink how many Marvel and DC titles I'll be picking up when all this lockdown shit comes up. Like, I'll probably pick up my 2 Donny Cates books and I might drop the rest.
I'm around that. There's maybe a couple more I'll buy, like I still like it. I still like it.
Batman,
I prefer.
I'm still gonna pick up Batman, but I've been wanting to drop some of these titles anyways, and it's been hard to think. Like I'll still probably get like Batman and Shazam, so I've been enjoying that. But this is like, it's kind of a way, it kind of is showing the true colors that these companies don't really care about us.
Well, these companies care about comic stores is what they're trying to.
Oh yeah.
Well, that they're trying to protect comic stores.
Mm-hmm.
So also on Action Labs that I reviewed.
That's what they say.
Also on Action Labs that I reviewed. That's also 89 cents that I love. This is less horror. It's more science fiction. It's Twin Worlds. I really, two of them have came out. I think they're both 89 cents on Comixology, but that was awesome too, Trinity. That's more like, I mean, it's actually a mixture between fantasy and science fiction. A portal appears over this fantasy world, like elves and magic and shit, and it's Earth. It's the people of Earth, but like in the future, like maybe 2100 or 2200 year 2200. And so they're rolling into this fantasy world, sort of taking it over. And then they ally with the group in the fantasy world that was being oppressed. Do you know what I mean? So there's sort of like who's oppressing who sort of thing, like conflict going on. That's called Twin Worlds, and that book is fucking awesome too. So Action Lab is actually doing pretty good, and they're super indie. They're like a little publishing company that's not, that people aren't even talking about, like they do Vault and Boom and stuff.
Yeah, so. Their Sweetheart's the first title I've heard from them, honestly.
Yeah, I see them in the previews book and everything. Just never checked out any of their titles. I don't think I've ever bought any.
Yeah,
but and you were speaking about fantasy and shit like that. I was like, man, you know what they need to do is they need to do like a fucking cyberpunk one like that. Like something that's like all like fucking cyberpunk, fucking medieval fantasy bullshit, dude. That'd be fucking crazy.
Hold on, you're mixing. But you mean mixing? Mixing. Okay.
Yeah.
You mean Blade Runner meets Battle? You mean Battle Chasers?
Yeah, something like that. That works. yeah, that'd be crazy. Because I that's something I figured out that I've liked, since I started reading comic books more. Is like obviously horror. I've become a bigger fan of like the horror comic books, but like cyberpunk, man, like that's just like, I don't know what it is. I think it's just, and it's so funny because they all follow the same kind of stereotypical tropes and shit. But like, there's something about cyberpunk that's just great.
That's cool. Yeah. I mean, that's what that impact theory one that what's it called we were talking about a few minutes ago, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they have to follow some trope. Is like technology has made shit dark is essentially what you have to do. Like the world is dark and there's advanced technology. And most cyberpunk doesn't really, maybe a little bit, but in general doesn't really delve into like aliens and shit. It's more about like, human level. There could be some aliens. I mean, I guess we could consider Judge Dredd cyberpunk. There's aliens in that and stuff, but it doesn't really like dwell on it.
Right.
Know? Yeah. So you're right. There's definitely a cyberpunk trope. But if that's what you're feeling. Hi.
Oh, that's
that's my daughter. That's my oldest. Now I'm seeing. See, to me, it looks like kind of a mint color and then pink. It's kind of bluish. It's kind of like mint.
Wait, she's not watching you on YouTube?
No. It doesn't support me. Dang it.
She's more of a Dylan's comic book rants.
I'm a fan of horror by people like R.L. Stein and E. Norma Stitz.
I was waiting to see. I was about to be like, no, Trinity, don't.
If only you could read better, it would even been better.
Oh.
Read it again.
I think he noticed like halfway through. He's like, oh. And he's like, might as well just finish.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Scarpad been? Scarpad's been at his parents' house.
I think so. I hope your dad's all good, Scarpad.
Yeah. He's been at his parents' house doing classic rock streams on Mixcloud.
Yeah, or he's feeding his dog peanut butter.
Yeah.
But
diabetes. Gray Man. I watched Gray Man drink for the last 20 minutes of his stream the other day. Him and his metalhead friend just pounding beers.
Hell yeah. I was just saying, I don't know why. I've tuned into some of those streams too, dude, and I'm just sitting there like, why am I like, I can't stop watching this. It's great.
Yeah, part of it is because they're getting drunker and drunker and they're like, British metalheads at the same time. And they essentially complain about the same shit, like about some beer being too hoppy. And I was like, I like
they're my kind of dudes. They're my kind of dudes.
Yeah, mine too. You think you know all British slang, and then every now and then they throw a curveball at you. I think he's Gray Man. I think, what did you say at the end of that stream, that you were getting
Gray Man's comment.
I'm getting proper squatty or something like that. That was pretty fun.
You should read
whatever it was.
That's made a comic. It's about vacuum cleaners that hate each other. Look for it on IG soon. Oh man,
dude, aggressively, that might be good.
Yeah.
You remember when you
could read that one out loud?
I'll try to get to leave you more comments.
Do you know Hugh Chaos? Do you know Hugh?
Oh man, I love Huge Erection.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
It's
my favorite.
Yeah. I'll read those no matter how many times you put. You'll get me every time, because I just want to be able to say it.
Oh, man. I used to own all Goosebumps books and Fear Street back in the day. All right.
Who said that?
I love the Goosebumps.
I mean, owning them all is a big thing, dude.
Growing up.
Owning them all means you wasted your life.
Ever read any Terry Moore Echo? I haven't read any Terry Moore Echo. Oh man. Oh, I better answer this. Thank you. Yeah, Peddler, how could we help you?
Oh shit.
Not much. How's it going?
Buy my nuts. Is he gonna mute himself at least?
Right. Right.
I mean, we could talk, Dylan. You know what I mean? You and I have talked before without Trinity on the line.
I think he did mute it. I think it's his nut dealer.
It's his nut dealer.
So what have you been reading besides? Have you been reading anything good, or just?
Oh, dude, yeah, I've been reading a shit ton of stuff. Well, just real quick to answer William Presley here. I've never read Echo. I have like middle issues of 5 years, and then of course I've read a decent. I've started Strangers in Paradise, but I'm way behind on my Terry Moore. I'm that's one of my embarrassing things to say, is even like being like so many indie comics I read. But Echo I've not read at all. I would probably read his new 5 years first, just because I have a few issues, and then I really just need to get caught up with Strangers in Paradise. You know what? I'm reading. You know Tim Seeley, the writer, right?
Yeah.
This is actually a good conversation we should do with Trinity. But I tweeted the other day, just because without new comics in my face all the time.
Yeah.
I tweeted the other day how much I really love British writers, like how good I think these British writers are from like the 80s to 90s. So Alan Moore, Neil Gaiman, Warren Ellis, Garth Ennis, even Mark Miller, even though he's annoying me lately.
Yeah.
And like I was like, man, those writers are so good, and they weren't so influenced by superhero stuff,
right?
Like American writers. And Tim Seeley actually answered me, right? And and then he answered me, so it's on his stream. And then a bunch of people came in and told me how stupid I was, and apparently I hate America.
Really?
But
you hate America?
Something like that. Something like that. So anyway, what I've been reading is a lot of that stuff. So I've been reading like Old Sandman. I'm rereading Transmetropolitan. I've never finished Transmetropolitan. I'll explain what that is in a second. And Sandman. Yeah. And I've never finished. I've gotten like maybe four to 6 volumes in on each one, and those are from the 90s.
Right.
And those are all, those are those British authors that, much like classic rock, the British have a disproportionate influence on the medium that we created.
Yeah.
So
I want to read Sandman really bad. I hear nothing but good things. I have like one random issue of it, actually. I think I have like issue 4 or something. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 70. I bet that comic about that. Yeah. Good one, Gray Man. Boom, boom. Sandman is important because it's like, it was on DC for one, on Vertigo, and it just showed that that you can make a comic book on the big two and make it successful, because it went 70, 75 issues. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah. This is the shit. This is peanut peddlers. You are too hard on modern comics. Click. Dude, I tried to find that Facebook post, by the way. All influence. Yeah. Every one of those guys I listed, Gray Man, where almost all of them wrote on 2000 AD. I'm not sure if Mark Miller did. And oh God, Garth Ennis. Preacher. And then Grant Morrison, of course, with the Invisibles, which I've only read the beginning of. So I mean, really, what this quarantine did is just make me realize how Alan Grant I didn't put on my list, but Alan Grant did good superhero stuff. I mean, people forget too that Chris Claremont's British. So I mean, and Chris Claremont, the big, the important X-Men run. So
did you read his new Boys run, the Dear Becky?
No, because I've never finished the Boys.
Oh, I didn't know if you had. Yeah.
You know what? Something I realized, Dylan, as a person that's read comic books my whole life, I've rarely finished anything that was more than 20 issues.
Really?
Like I could tell you I've read Sandman, how fucking awesome it is, but the honest thing is I've read to maybe volume 4 or 5 or 6.
Really?
The Boys I've read to maybe volume 4.
Yeah.
Transmetropolitan I'm rereading. I started from number 1. I maybe got to, that was back in the day when, it was hard to find trades. These books were a lot harder to find.
Yeah.
This is Peanut Peddlers. Stark is the great MCU click. Aggressively's right. Maybe Shuri.
Man,
are you still?
No. If we're talking about the MCU, it's Arnim Zola. Tony Stark literally stole all of Arnim Zola's technology. Every single thing he does is he stole from Arnim Zola, except for his stupid things that his repulsor technology.
What about Ultron?
All that shit he stole. He stole from Arnim Zola, man. Zola did it first. I'm gonna start that new hashtag. Hashtag Zola did it first.
People would have had to watch.
You aggressively relaxing.
People would have to watch this man wonder who that is.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Like the Invisibles, but Grant Morrison's I'm hot and cold on.
Well, Grant Morrison and Alan Moore hate each other, so Gray Man's probably taking a side. Grant Morrison's that guy that's too smart for anyone, but then he's a witch. Like he's like Wiccan or some shit.
Is he?
Okay.
The sci-fi one, yeah. You can find on YouTube. He'll go on for like 3 hours of speech about witchcraft and shit.
Huh.
Jeez. So you've been reading the Tim Seeley though, Crow, Leith. Did you like that?
That first issue, I liked it a lot.
I wish.
Yeah, I really.
I heard it.
Really.
You really liked it?
Yeah. Throw me.
Good.
99-cent store.
Yeah. Look at this, guys. We got it. We did it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what sucks about that? Look, I want you to put that up to the camera and show everybody. Bro, I want you to see something, guys. Okay. No. The label of it. What brand is that?
It's 99-cent store.
Yeah. But put the label up there real quick, guys. Just so you know, if you ever see toilet paper that says this is always false advertising. Soft touch. If it says soft touch, your ass is gonna be sore from using it.
She didn't find it. She found it at the 99-cent store.
Yeah, man.
Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. I'll let you know. I'll give you a live review.
Oh man.
He's like, hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta.
Yeah.
I have my ass all week.
Earlier.
Ooh.
Let's see. Let me read the stream.
Oh, you know what?
Skips all the good.
Where's my mods at? Where's somebody to time this guy out? Where's somebody to time aggressively relaxing out? Running is superior working out to biking. Get this guy out of here. Tommy, are you still here, my brother?
Peanut peddlers.
Yo, what up, 84?
Bro. Yeah. See, exactly right here. Running is too high impact on the joints. Biking is better for me. Hell yeah. I'm glad somebody knows. It's not
Peanut
just
peddlers. Yeah, but Gray Man's had a long life of drinking too hard and screaming into microphones in various death metal bands in the London metal scene.
That's all right though. That's all right. He's all good in my book.
This guy
Is it a TP 9.8? I'm strictly a one flag guy. Gotta hurt.
Awesome doing unboxing. That's it.
No, man. I'm a Continental guy, man. I'm a Continental guy.
Hey, listen. In today's environment, you take whatever you can get.
Oh yeah.
Hard times in the apocalyptic world.
Yeah. Listen, after I wipe my ass, I can sand down the wall, paint.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Chris hasn't probably wiped his ass in the last week, so he'll take whatever he can get.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
Like I've been having to take 3 showers a day. I've been all out of toilet paper. These goddamn assholes taking everything up.
Did we just get a look into Dylan's life?
No, that's you. I was saying that's you, not me.
Oh no, we were down to our last little thing, but luckily we bought right before the whole craze happened. So,
yeah.
But it was like, man, we better find some in the next 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
I'm a wipes kind of guy. I use wipes. I don't.
Yeah, right. Me too.
Yeah.
Dude, this one lady bought a whole bed. Her whole bed was filled with toilet paper.
All right.
She bought the dollar store let her buy the entire truckload of toilet paper.
I've got to go for a few minutes. You guys go ahead and take this over and talk about some stuff. I'll be back in just a few.
All right.
Okay.
I think I can trust you guys here alone.
Yeah, we cuss a lot anyway. You already.
All right, I'll be back in a few minutes, y'all.
He's all peanut peddlers. Here I am on my knees.
We might start peddling. We might start peddling our own nuts on this channel.
Yeah, I know. You peddle your nuts, and I'll do a live wiping.
Oh man, what was I gonna ask you? Oh, so I'm gonna have to read that Crow book though by Tim Seeley, because that's what I was gonna ask you since you were talking about Tim Seeley giving you shit. For the people,
No, he didn't give me shit. He didn't give me shit.
Chat.
Yeah, I gotta tell. Let me make it clear. He didn't give me shit. Is that I compared them? Can you hear all that noise in the back?
A little bit. No, it's
not that bad. I'm just making sure. I'm just in the kitchen and my wife's putting away food. So
no, it's good.
I would have jumped off and gone onto the stream. Oh, I guess I can't get onto the stream. But anyway, no. Listen. People just got on me a little bit because I said all these British writers are great and they take comics to a new level. Right, that American writers are too heavily influenced by our superhero roots.
Oh, I see.
And then people took exception to that second part. That American writers are too much.
I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. So I could have worded it better. I should have been like, these British writers had a disproportionate effect on comic books and showed Americans that we can write cool ass stories that aren't necessarily Superman and Batman and Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, that Tim Seeley book's good, but you can hold off on it. I bet you it got canceled, to be honest. Seeley was saying he was saying that some of his stuff got canceled. There's a great podcast called Word Balloon. Yeah. Probably good for you to listen to while you're working in the middle of the night. And he got interviewed by this guy on Word Balloon, and he says, normally he has 4 projects going. He said he got Bloodshot canceled because Valiant got fucked.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, because they released Bloodshot, and then obviously the quarantine happened, and so they probably lost $100 million, which is a lot for a small comic company, right? And then I wouldn't be surprised if they cancel Crow or they just tell them to stop writing it for a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
She put away the majority of it, so there shouldn't be too much more noise.
Yeah,
but
I'm hoping Donnie Cates said he had a Crow story in mind, but it got held up or something last minute. I'm hoping one day he can get that because we don't get enough good Crow books, man.
Well, if you think about it, dude, there's stuff that's meant for comics because the art works in it.
Mm-hmm.
So when James O'Barr, I've read that original Crow. I don't own it. That's something I'd want to own because it's more about the art.
Yeah.
But when James Bart wrote that original Crow, it was just a really cool, dark, gothic indie book. But the story is really simple. Like it's almost, if that came out today, dude, it would be like no one would care about it.
Yeah.
Right. And so Tim Seeley, at least from one issue, was sort of bringing Crow to a different level. I haven't read all these other Crow books, so
me either. Yeah.
I don't know if a lot of people have done it, but
yeah,
a lot of these like characters in comics, they are just really cool designs. Aliens, Predator, that's another 2 examples. They're cool ass designs, and the writers have to figure out how to make them cool.
Yeah.
Right. Because the idea is simple for an alien, right? Alien just kills people on a fucking spaceship. How many times can you tell that story?
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah, I like
hey, you were gonna talk about another book you were about to read before we started talking about Sweetheart.
I was reading.
You were just saying.
Oh, I was saying I was about to read Maxwell's Demons, I think.
Oh, okay.
I just finished These Savage Shores like at the beginning of the week. Let me see where. This was the vault book. This was have you read These Savage Shores? This isn't that, obviously, but oh shit, I lost them. Damn, Chaos, where'd you go? Son of a bitch. You leaving me up here all by myself? I'm like, what do I do? What am I supposed to do, guys? But yeah, so I was about to read this book. I haven't even started it yet. Called Maxwell's Demons. It looks trippy as hell, though. Let's see, I'll show you a page of it. I think, what is it? Maxwell may be the greatest mind the world has ever known, but at 10 years old, he has a lot to learn, adventuring to distant worlds through his makeshift multiversal closet door. That's the weirdest thing. That door is spelled D-O-O-R, not D-O-R. Max will encounter greatness and goodness on a cosmic scale, but will he realize that danger lurks on both sides of the door before it's too late? Oh shit. It kicked you by just unplugging the camera? Usually it would just like kick your you just go black. Yo, I'm about to read The Crow, man. Shit looks fire, bro. Oh shit, I didn't know The Crow's all black and white. Wow. Yeah, now Trinity, are you backstage, Chaos? Because Trinity probably can't even bring you back because he walked away. But yeah, this is the book I was going to tell you about, Chaos. I think there's something else too I think I was going to read. I think I pre-ordered The Plot and Little Bird, but I don't know when it's going to come because all that shit with Amazon. So it might take a few weeks. There's something else too. This shit looks dope as hell, like the colors in it. I gotta read this. Damn, this shit does look really cool. Spit a freestyle, man. You know I don't rap. I wish I could. Y'all put me on the spot. Running Trinity show. Yeah, I heard The Plot is dope. I gotta read it, man. I've been dying to. I have the first 2 issues on digital. I just never got the chance to read them, so I was like, own it. I'd rather read it physical because I heard it's so good. But Little Bird, yeah, I hear like nothing but great things from that, so I was like, I gotta order it. I think it's only on like a hardcover copy too. Should read Heathen from Vault. It's really good. Heathen. Yeah, I might have heard of that one. Chaos, don't lie, bro. You unplugged your camera on purpose to get out of having to talk to me. I see how it is. Tell Trinity to bring your ass back on stage. You know it, man. The Dylan Show. Once again, I'm taking over, bro. Taking over. No, you're good, man. I'm just fucking with you. I know you ain't do it on purpose. I started Follow You Now. I never heard of that. Who does Follow You Now? Yeah, that's one I was gonna tell you about too, Chaos. I read Mother this week. I read issues 1 to 3. I gotta read issue 4. Red Mother was pretty cool. People were saying stuff about Hellraiser. I don't know if I really see that so much. I guess only thing that really made me think of Hellraiser is just like the puzzle box. Like they got that puzzle box, you know, the puzzle Rubik's Cube or whatever the hell it's called. And Hellraiser, but yeah, Red Mother it's pretty cool so far. That damn black creature with the black bodied creature with the white face is creepy as hell. Top 5 Eminem songs. That's hard. I'll see if I got some comics. Oh yeah, I can show a couple comics. My buddy sent me some of these. The top 5 Eminem songs. It's the puzzle box. That's what I figured too, because that's like the only thing that makes me think of it. First song that like I ever heard by Eminem was "Lose Yourself," the 8 Mile song. So maybe "Lose Yourself" would be up there. I won't give it any order because that's just too hard. "Lose Yourself." Shoot. I Just Don't Give a Fuck. Or no, it's not I Just Don't. It's Still Don't Give a Fuck. There's I Just Don't Give a Fuck, but then there's Still Don't Give a Fuck. I love Still Don't Give a Fuck. I honestly love like the songs from his first album probably the most. Let me think of what's another one from the first album. Brain Damage. Say Goodbye to Hollywood is good. I mean, like that's the thing with Eminem. Like I've owned all his albums except like the most recent ones, and I love Eminem. He's my favorite rapper. Him and Tupac. So let me think. I used to always bump Superman too. When I was like 10 years old, I used to bump that Superman song. That shit was funny as fuck. And Kim, damn, he dogged the fuck out of his chick on that shit. My buddy Mike Rogers sent me these though. So I love X-Files, man. I've been rewatching some of the old episodes on Hulu. Hulu has all the episodes. And then he sent me these. He sent me the 4 issues of Jurassic Park. Still in the poly bag. Oh shit. So I got these. Let's see, what else did he send me? Go-Go Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Which I love this cover by Campbell. Shit's fire. I have that X-Files. They were really good, actually. Yeah, man, dude. I'm like, he actually sent me this other Topps book, too. And he sent me this one. This one was weird. I've never been an ICP fan, but it's a cool-ass, like, clown cover. I never really been an ICP fan. And Dustin sent me this old 12 cent Jimmy Olsen, which I thought was kind of cool. Yeah, man, I'm gonna read these, man, because this one looked really cool. Like Hollow's Eve is the story. I love the covers. I love how they actually put this is issue 1, and then this is an annual one. But
I'm back.
what's up? Chaos is backstage. He dropped off, so I just been chilling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his camera shut off. He unplugged his camera. Yeah, though I think this is the very first issue of X-Files. So yeah, I'm glad you said that they're really good, Chaos, because I've been really excited to read them.
What's this? The plot is okay. Okay, the plot is good. Red Mother's. I haven't read Red Mother. I haven't read that one. I haven't read that one.
Right. Yeah, Red Mother's pretty good. Yeah, I flipped through some of the art on the plot, and it seems pretty good. I don't know like how horrific. Maybe I like think that it's gonna be more like horrors, like really horrific story than I'm thinking. Maybe it's more of like, I don't know. It doesn't seem as horrific as I think it's gonna be going through. But I'm still excited to read it. Like the creature kind of looked like, I don't know, like a Groot figure in a way. Like when I was flipping through it, you've read the plot. You like the plot. What is that? What is that creature? What is that creature supposed to be?
Man, I don't know. It looks like they're supposed to be like some sort of like tree monster things because they look like swamp monsters. They kind of look like the Swamp Thing, you know?
Yeah, it looks like a swamp monster mixed with like Groot or something.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that Superman video is so fucking funny, William. That's what I was talking about. I used to watch that video all the time. That shit would be so funny. I love D12 too, like the D12 group that he had, Eminem. Oh my god, they were so dope.
Yeah, I think I started falling off by that point. I think I was done with Eminem by that point.
Really, they were crazy. They were wild. But I'm a huge Eminem fan, so
yeah,
I'm not
King Crowd. I'm a stoner.
Yeah, Cottonmouth Kings.
Yeah.
Is this so what? Chaos ain't backstage?
No, I don't see him. He must have gave up. He's probably like, man, Trinity's out there peddling his nuts. He ain't coming back.
I was peddling my own nuts.
Yeah, I had to go out there. There was a customer called and wanted some products, and I'm like, dude, the way business has been right now, fuck, I ain't got time to say no to anybody.
Hell no, I hear it. Yeah, I actually had. That's the first Cullen Bunn book I ever read. William is Cold Spots. I have all 4 or 5 issues. That I was reading The Empty Man as well, but I dropped it on issue 4. But that, I had to drop it because I had so much stuff I was reading. But that was actually a pretty good book. I actually wish I would have waited to drop it till like issue 5 or something.
I haven't read a whole lot of Cullen Bunn myself. I know
he drops a lot of stuff, man. I mean, I've read a few things, but I hear a lot of good things. But he drops a lot of horror stories.
Like I got this one right here that came in that mystery box that I got. I think I was showing that last weekend.
Yeah, I think I do remember that. Who put that out?
The Witch Hammer on Aftershock. And this one's on the cover too.
Wow.
Yeah. Ooh, and
signed.
Yeah, it's even signed by him. Yeah, I got this one. I still haven't read this one though. I need to give it a read. It looks interesting. Just kind of been busy with stuff.
Yeah. I hear
he's not bad. He's not bad. The stuff that I've read by him hasn't been bad. I think I read 3 Venom books that he did, those tie-ins that he did to the War of the Realms last year.
Yeah, that's something I know I read too.
The only 3 books that Donny Cates didn't read or write.
Yeah. And they were okay, I guess. They weren't horrible, but
they were all right, God, what else? I went through. I'm not sure if you guys can see. I went through and kind of organizing some of my comic books and everything over there. Got them in some little different boxes and everything because I had them like some of the long boxes down there that I've got. I had a lot of it there, but like my long box that I had for indie books was getting fucking full, bro. I'm like, dude, this thing's fucking crammed. Like, I was like, I need to do something. So I took them all out and separate. Like, I got DC's in that one. I've got Vault Comics there. I've got some Aftershocks there. Then on the bottom, I got some Boom Studios. Then all my Marvel books are in the long boxes right now, except for, I got the X books in the one up there. But man, didn't realize how many damn books I had. Shit.
Dude, I got a whole long box now filled of indies, man.
Yeah.
So I'm getting my stuff up, and I still I have probably about 2 long boxes now filled with indies now, honestly. But the thing is, I haven't been able to get a new long box. I need like 2 or 3 long boxes next time I can get to a shop, because I have so many books just laying out right now. I should have bought some long boxes, man. Fucking with everything going on.
I want to check out. He's talking about Dark Arc right here. I want to check out Dark Arc because that one kind of got on my radar because I don't know, it sounded interesting, but also Wando is doing the art on that, I believe, because I know I've seen he's definitely doing the covers, and that kid, I don't know, he's pretty decent. I've liked his work, and then I wanted to check that out.
I hear good things. I've heard about that book. I think it's like some dark version of Noah's Ark or something. I could be wrong, but I've heard some good things about that.
Yeah. So sorry, my daughter texted me. She's just in the other room. I had to text her back.
No worries, man. All the times I'm on my phone. Hey, come on, man.
You should really check out Six Gun, Harrow County, and The Damned. All right. Six Gun. Is it Six Gun Harrow County, or is it just called Harrow County?
I think it's called. I thought it was called Harrow County.
Okay. Two Gun Pedro's in the house. Pew pew. What's up, Two Gun Pedro? Chris says, I like Dark Arc. I recently read Volume 1, so I can read the rest of the series. Nice. Yeah, and yeah, I want to check that out. Definitely interested in it because I've heard about it, and hell, I think that one's on Aftershock too, man.
I think it is.
Yeah. Pow, pow. Not pow pow. Pew pew. My kid woke up. Oh, good excuse, Chris. Good excuse.
Oh, I see you.
This motherfucker right here, dude, blaming shit on his kids.
Yeah,
that's shit on your kids, bro. Come on, man.
That's low.
I would never blame anything on my kids except for everything. Uh-oh. Here's another one. Oh. Here's the next one. Oh.
Another nut peddler.
There we go. No, I'm totally not making faces. Yeah, man. I don't know. What are the, like? I've got so many books. I've got read, and I was like, I haven't really been dropping a whole lot of reviews. Just everything's been going down because I've been kind of like at the same time I wanted to kind of reformat.
Yeah.
Just like how I do some of my reviews and stuff, and I haven't got back on it as much lately. And I need to get back on it. Some of the books that I want to do and review because, like I said, like most of the books that I've got here, dude, I've got most of them read. I just got to review them.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm thinking there's so many out now. Like I might as well just do like what is a trade paperback. And like okay, like this one's right here, like like okay, these ones right here, they're available on trade paperback. You can find here's what's going on in the story and bullshit like that instead of just I don't know. It almost seems like it's easier because I was going to start doing that with some of my reviews anyway. With some of the other books too. Like, okay, like does every single one of these issues need a review?
I've been thinking the same.
Like maybe the big hitters, like the X books. Yeah, go ahead and do reviews of those because everybody's out there looking for those. But like, is everybody looking for fucking Black Stars Above? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Review
the first issue. Like start off with the first issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, do the first issue and then go to the trade once it's out. I've been thinking about like doing trade reviews too. So you'd be like, hey, this, and you can say as a whole, like, you don't got to get in spoilers. You know, be like, I did a review on issue 1, and as a whole, this is a great story arc, and I highly recommend picking up the trade.
Yeah, yeah. Love trade paperbacks. Yeah, absolutely. And see, the thing is, like, for me, like, I like trade paperbacks, but I also like the single issues, man. And that's what I was talking about the other day with, like, you know, I was talking about Black Widow, you know, like I bought that book as it was coming out, each single issue, you know, and it's one of those books that I like so much. I'm like, fuck, like, you know, you get done reading it and you have to wait till the next month to read it. It's like, shit. But, like, if you watch my reviews, you get to just know that you might have a book to enjoy when it comes out on trade paperback. And I'm almost jealous if you get to just read the trade paperback, because you don't have to do all those long, grueling months of waiting for a new title to be released in the trade paperback. You just get to sit down and indulge in all of it right then and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm almost jealous of people who just read the trade paperbacks.
I know. I'm starting to get jealous too, man.
Yeah, but a big, it sounds like for the most part, it begs the question, like, what do you want to do? Do you want to, you know, your favorite story? Do you want to keep up with reading it each month? You know, or then just pick some of them up and trade paperback, or man, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
that's a tough decision. Because like the plot, fuck, I don't want to wait for the plot on trade paperback. I need that shit now, man. Like I need my plot fix.
Seriously, that's how I'm feeling too.
For the shit.
That's what got me into the singles, because I was like, I can't be waiting 6 fucking months for, you know, the next trade to come out.
Yeah,
I want to read that now.
Yeah, Pedro said, been able to catch up on my reading during this quarantine. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Yep. And it's great too, because you know what it is, like, it's like you actually get time to sit down and really enjoy them instead of like, okay, you know, read this one, read that one, read this one, read that one, read this one, read that one. Next week is new comic books out, so I got to get all these read, and then, you know, maybe do some reviews on some of them. Like, you don't feel as pressured now, you know?
Right.
I almost hate to say that maybe this was all a good thing. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of people are hurting right now, but for us, like readers and shit, like it's like, man, I have a chance to get caught up. This might be a good thing.
This is nice.
Yeah.
Stay inside and just read comics.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing to think about. You know what I mean? Like shit, am I just buying too much, or is there just too much out there, or you know?
There is too much out there for sure.
For a lot of the indies, I'm doing reviews of issue 1 and then waiting for the volumes of trade after that. Yeah, and that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Stories by Irish, thank you for being here. Watching Frozen 2 with the kiddos. Nice. Yeah, I was actually thinking about renting that Trolls World Tour for the kids to watch later.
You should get Onward is a great one.
Yeah, dude, they've been watching, because that came on Disney Plus, dude. They've been watching that over and over, man. It looks pretty good. I just pre-ordered Something Is Killing the Children Volume 1. I may wait for future volumes. And that makes sense, too. With this, and honestly, I kind of feel that way with Something Is Killing the Children at this point, where like I've got all the first volume on floppies anyway. Like I think at this point I could probably wait for a trade paperback on that one. I think I could probably wait for a trade paperback on that one at this point.
I love that one, but
and it's one of those ones that's good. I like reading each one, but I think that's one I could probably wait on after the first volume.
I think volume 2 is gonna be fucking awesome. Like the issue 6 was my favorite of them all.
Yeah, actually, issue 6 was pretty good. Yeah. Yes, Irish.
Yeah. I thought that was my favorite issue. I'd say was issue 6, but yeah, it's a good trade. I think that would be a great trade read as well.
Yeah.
I think it would read really good linear.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I just booted myself from the stream. But that's one of the things, like some books definitely read better in trade, because like I was talking about the other day, I think it was on Chillmonger's channel and he did a review or something on it, but Arrow on Marvel Comics, Arrow, That book is
Yeah.
perfect for a trade paperback. Because it's kind of a slow
yeah.
story. It's a little more like a manga, and it's
Yeah.
perfect for a trade paperback because you get everything right there in one. Even Swordmaster, I think those are two books definitely better served in a trade paperback format than the single issues.
Yeah, at first I was like Arrow. I was like the AERO Arrow. Yeah, I still want to read Swordmaster.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Onward is awesome. Yeah, I need to I need to actually sit down and watch that one.
Yeah,
Myself.
I watched a good majority of it, but I kind of was like having it just play in the background. Yeah. Yeah, I had to get the clothes clean for work tomorrow, man. I be throwing my fucking clothes in a garbage bag after work, and I'll clean them on my days off because, like, I'm not, that should stay up on your clothes, man.
You think they're radioactive and shit? Like they're gonna start
Yeah.
glowing?
Yeah. Slime's pouring out of them.
Yeah, right. Mike Rogers, what's up, man?
I was just showing off some of those awesome X-Files books you hooked me up with.
Dover Rhodes, what's up? Yeah, all right. We got Tommy in here doing his mod. Tommy, you didn't really act aggressively relaxing, did you? I was just kidding. Aggressively probably sitting there like, shit, man. Like Trinity was just kidding, and this motherfucker came in here and actually asked me from the Oh man, aggressively's funny, bro. He fucking cracks me up. Did he? No, I don't think so. I don't think he did. Oh man. But yeah.
Yeah, I think he did.
You think he asked him and said, fuck this guy, he's out of here.
He is out.
Aggressively is aggressive and relaxes. Yes. Love Funko Pops. I'm back. Oh yeah. Gotta go, guys. Dinner is ready. Nice. All right. Yeah, I was gonna say, I know when we get done here, I'm gonna go grill up some I got some nice fat ribeyes ready to throw on the grill, bruh.
Ooh, damn,
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, dude, like seriously, yeah, aggressively relaxing is fucking hilarious, man. Dude, that's sweet right there. That's a pretty nice
Isn't
cover.
that a cool cover?
Nice.
Yeah, he sent me some dope ass RoboCop stuff. I think that was Terminator, but
Yeah.
he sent me RoboCop and then look some Xena.
Sweet.
I know. I bet you like this.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! That's awesome, dude. Fuck yeah!
I never seen nothing like that. I've never seen no ICP in comic book form.
Yeah, no, that's pretty sweet right there. The ICP one.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty badass. And I'm not like a huge ICP fan. I do like ICP though, but that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest ICP fan, but I've always it looks cool as hell. I like cool ass clowns.
Yeah,
I listened to a couple of songs back when in my young days, but I never been the biggest fan. But it's cool as hell. Like the comic book looks awesome. Yeah, it was the kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Of course, dude. Thanks for sending those out, Mike. Like, I can't. Chaos was telling me that the X-Files are really cool, but they're actually really good reads too. So I'm excited to dive into reading those. So I was telling you, I was rewatching some of the show because they have all the seasons on Hulu. So I've been watching X-Files. I love that show growing up, man, and it's still good.
Yeah,
it's
dude, my dad used to watch that show all the time too, man.
Yeah, it's so good. There was another one too. My mom, Millennium or something, Millennial, or it was created by the people who did X-Files. My mom was talking about ordering the seasons. So that was another one. But yeah, Xena is another one. Me and my grandma used to watch that because she used to love watching Xena.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I have on DVD?
What?
Clerks, the animated series.
Do you?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's a good one. Seen it? Yeah, a long time ago. I didn't know they had it on DVD though.
Dude, it's so funny and slapsticky, hilarious, dude. Like It cracks me up. It cracks me up.
It's super slapsticky.
Yeah.
They need to do some more shit. Kevin Smith needs to do more stuff like that. It'd be so fun.
Yeah. Hey Trinity, you read White Widow, right? Yes. I think I've got issue 2 and 3 in physical copies. Man, I want to get the rest of them. I'm not sure what's going on with the White Widow series, man. Like, I know it seems like they're going back the more like Kickstarter kind of route, man. Because I know I've seen Preston Poulter from Pocket Jacks Comics where they're doing some crossover stuff together, and which is cool. But like, I'm like, dude, like, come on, man, like, shit, I want my White Widow fucking issue 4, 5, 6, like, shit, come on, man, because I like at first when I first read it, I think I read issue number 2, and I was like, oh man, I don't know, it seems like kind of a ripoff. And then issue number 3 came out, and then the creators actually sent me digital copies of issue 1, 2, and 3 all together. And you know, so I could review them. I read them and reviewed them. Like, and once I got that issue number 1 in there, which I think when it comes to small press indie publishers, that issue number 1 is probably like the most fucking important book. And I read that, and I was like, okay, like this is actually a little more interesting, even with the backstory I got in issue number 2. And then reading it, I actually like this book. You know, I actually felt bad for laughing at it. But yeah, now I'm waiting on the others. I'm like, damn it, man. Like, it's kind of like bad reception when that came out. I got the first 3 issues, then I've had to wait, I don't know, like 3 or 4 months before issue number 4 came out. Now I gotta wait how long till issue number 5? I'm like, shit.
Yeah. And like Mountainhead. Now we're gonna have to wait for it.
Dude, I know, Mountainhead. Dude, it was supposed to come out last week.
Yeah, we got the date finally, and then they screw us.
Yeah, and then the next one was supposed to come out at the end of the month. I'm like, shit.
We better get issues 4 and 5 back to back when this shit ends.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on issue 4. Yeah. I know, man. Still waiting for issues 4 and 5 of that White Widow, man.
White Widow looks cool. I have the first 3 issues that Two Gun sent me. First 3 issues look dope as hell. I don't know though if that might be an older run though. I'm not sure how many runs they've done. It could possibly be an older run. I could show you them. But it looks fucking awesome. I was flipping through issue 1.
No, Chris, Mountainhead is on IDW Comics. It's a good one too. It's a good one. I like it. Dennis the Phantom Menace says, "Hell, what's up, man?" That's funny. Dennis the Phantom Menace. That's hilarious.
And I didn't even know too. I looked and I was like, this was a $9.99 book.
Yeah. That's the
one.
I don't have that. I don't have issue number 1, but I like that. Yeah, that's nice.
So wait, then this is issue 2 that you have?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, okay. So shit, I gotta add issue 4 and 5 to the poll.
Yeah, and I know I heard from the creator a while back. They, like I said, they emailed me. They messaged me on Facebook, and just a couple things, and they messaged me, and they ended up sending me out the digital copies of all 3 of the first issues, the extended editions.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, oh hell yeah! And I read those, and I was like, okay, like it brought a little more context to the story overall. I was like, okay, like this is actually a pretty good story, and I can't wait to read more of it. But yeah,
I didn't know that. I've never heard of that, like extended edition. I've seen like director's cuts and stuff.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more to them than was in those print books. Damn, and you got issue number 1. I need to get issue number 1 still. Shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
I gotta read those still. I gotta read them still. I was flipping through it. It looks really cool.
Oh yeah, you haven't read them yet?
No, I just flipped through because he just sent them to me a couple weeks ago, and with the lockdown, I was actually gonna finally get a chance to read them.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say they're pretty good. Like she's kind of like imagine she's kind of like Peter Parker, but her suit is kind of like Venom / Iron Man with the nanobots.
Okay.
It's very cool. But she kind of has the premonition, like Spider-Man. You know, the Spidey sense. She's got this fucking cool ass suit that turns into whatever she wants it to.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. It's an entertaining book.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to check it out. Yeah, that's what I figured, Two Guns. So it's like, it's a variant because it's got the sparkly red behind it, or the what do you call that? Translucent red. It's fucking badass though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't, because
Yeah.
I had to do a double take. I'm like, holy shit, is that like a print error? I was like, $9.99. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, some of them are some of them are expensive. So Mike says, so it's not just boobs? No, it's not just boobs. It's not just boobs.
Boobs and badassery.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, throughout the book, you can kind of tell there's some, like, they have like the cover artist, like their main artist, who does like the basically the creators who did the character design and stuff, and they have a different artist inside the book doing a lot of the art, and you can tell certain panels where that artist actually came in and drew certain things for the book as opposed to the regular artist. You can kind of tell it in there, and they list it in there as well. But yeah, no, it's not just boobs. Just boobs, I think, is when you're going into like Boundless Comics, or even who's the other one that does like Zombie Tramp and shit like that.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of
Those
that.
are just boobs, man.
And rags.
Yeah. What was that? Who was it? Wasn't it Biggie Shaq and one of his? Where's Biggie Shaq in one of his new books or one of his new videos anyway, where he's talking trash? What was his top 10 worst comic book YouTubers or shit? We need to do another one of those, dude, because that video fucking killed me, bro.
Oh my god, I know. I think he got flack for it or something, so that's why he hasn't gone back. But I'm surprised.
He needs to do one of those, because it was funny, because in the one of them he was talking about stuff and he's like this motherfucker just buys comic books for the boobs on it. If it's got boobs on it, he's gonna buy it. Oh, that dude was cracking me up. I thought it was a fun book, or I thought it was a fun video.
It might be the best video of the year.
I thought it was a great video, but some people are too sensitive and look into things a little bit too much, I guess. Like people who send Perry $5 super chats and are all butthurt and stuff like that, but it's a different story.
Yeah.
Where are you kids going? Oh, okay. $9.99 isn't bad compared to a special edition cover of Time magazine for $14.99 per se. Yeah, well, Time magazine's a waste of time. But yeah, the $9.99, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. And I'm not sure, like, was that book any thicker or anything? Was it just the regular book on that one that you had there, Dylan?
I'm not 100% sure because I've never seen the regular.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess, like, is it a thicker or anything? Because I know it has that special, that other cut. It's that special cover.
Yeah,
I
was trying to look at it to see if it was like bigger, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's Two Guns said it's just a variant. So
yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's just that particular cover of it, because I think they had a regular $4.99.
I was like, is it like graphic size now? It's because it's just like, yeah. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I think it's just regular size.
Okay, yeah. White Widow variants are already marked up. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I thought they were the most of the variants that they had that were already marked up. Yeah, and that's all good. I mean, you do whatever you can. I guess if people are buying them, shit, that's what matters, right?
And do they add like cover art? Like there's art in the back of it, like 5 pages of art.
Okay, the other covers, the alternate covers.
I think it just says art by Jamie Tyndall.
Yeah, Jamie Tyndall is the one who. Yeah.
And then 2 other pages.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I mean, maybe they give you a little extra or something, but they might just say, do they throw this in the back of every issue?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not all about the boobs, but you know what? Damn it. When I see a woman in a comic book, I want her to look like a woman.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, they don't really sexualize her that much, I wouldn't say, from what I've seen.
Nah.
She just looks like a hottie with a body.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd even say even there, she looks like she's got a little pancake butt.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, and yeah, like I said in the book, you know, they do some of the switch up where they have like their main artist, and occasionally you'll see they do a panel. You can tell when they have actually Jamie Tyndall actually doing the art in some of the panels.
Yeah,
It's a really nice put together book though. It is a nice well.
it looks awesome. I'm
Yeah.
excited to check it out because I've just heard about it, and I always kind of just thought it was like some type of white Black Widow ripoff or something.
We'll see that when I first opened it up, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, is this like some sort of Black Widow ripoff? And then I opened it up. I was like, it's kind of like Black Widow Venom. And then I read it, and I'm like, okay, it's actually not. It's a little different. It's a little different.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to the genre of like superheroes anyway, how original can you get? You know, it's like it's almost all been done before. I mean, what are you going to be? You're going to be invisible? Are you going to walk through walls? Are you going to fly? Do you have superpower? Do your bones heal fast? Do do you run really fast? Can you, just it seems like all those kinds of things are like really like if you're doing a superhero, there's not really any superheroes that haven't really kind of been covered, you know what I mean? Like it's hard to do something really original.
Shit. Oh, I guess it's a foil cover. So they always do those foil covers for $9.99.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think many of them are. Yeah, hell of a cover. Nice contrasting background.
This is a $20 cover, but god damn, I want that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, can you figure out which one I want?
Yeah. The one where where it's all skimpy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I've actually thought about getting some of those. How sometimes you see the
I don't own books like that.
comic books that have the blank covers on them. I want to get some of those and just start drawing on them and do like some of that kind of shit with them.
Yeah,
like
that'd be cool.
Yeah, because like that's what I do. Like I draw like that. Like I don't know, hot chicks.
Oh yeah. Hey, those are the best type of drawings.
Have you guys seen I Make the Boys Cry? I don't think so. I don't think I have. I haven't seen that. I Make the Boys Cry. I have a lenticular cover there. The 1999 cover price too. Yeah. I think that's the one you were just showing too, right?
I think so. It was $19.99. So yeah.
Yeah.
It or maybe that one of them was lenticular and the other wasn't, or something. I'm not sure. I think probably though.
Yeah.
Dope though.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's a nice cover too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's yeah, for sure. And they've got a bunch of them like that. Like I said, the digital copy, those digital copies that he sent me, they've got like all kinds of art on the inside, for the different books they had.
Yeah. Black with the red eyes.
Yeah, that was she eventually modded her suit, I think in issue number 2 or 3, I think, and it went from being white to black.
Oh, these the sideways covers are like 20. Those look really cool.
Yeah.
Looks like they do 2 $20 covers. You know which $20 cover I'm looking at?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good. There's nothing wrong with liking provocative chicks.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Hey.
New title from Absolute, I think. Oh, which one? And that's the thing. Like they have, if you look I'm not sure how it looks there in the back of your book, but they have other titles out there, other books, other heroes and shit. Like they kind of got like almost like they've got their own kind of like Valiant universe, really. And I'm not sure where all those books are at. I'm not sure.
White Widow's the only one I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Because there's one of them there's one of the characters that actually makes an appearance in I think White Widow issue 3. and they even have mention of her and everything. I'm like, well, where's her book at? And they actually have like an ad for it and everything. I'm like, well, where's the book at? Like, damn, I want these books. These actually sound good and interesting, man. Shit.
Yeah, I know. I hate that.
Yeah.
There's just so many books out there. It's hard to really, find like hear about all of them, and then when you do hear about them, it's too late to find them.
Yeah.
Or you can't order them. It's just there's so much out. Like Marvel and DC flood. Marvel really floods it with so much garbage that it's that you kind of overlook some of the indie books at times,
Yeah.
And then there's even a shit ton of indie books too, because there's just so many companies now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's easy to get overlooked.
Oh yeah.
For something else, like, oh, let me see. Are you gonna buy the new Captain America, or are you gonna buy the new, whatever indie title there is?
Yeah.
Which one are you gonna get? Chances are your average person is gonna get the new Captain America.
Are you getting the new Cap story or that new indie title called Demon's Nutsack?
Right.
It's a tough one.
Is there really a book called Demon's Nutsack?
I don't know, but I'm about to start thinking on a story for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you had me there for a second. I'm like, dude, that actually kind of sounds interesting.
I had myself on that for a second.
Demon's Nutsack.
We've been talking about nuts too much in this stream.
Yeah. All good, man. All good.
I'm gonna have to pitch that. That might be the story I pitched to Mark London. Demon's Nutsack.
Demon's Nutsack. Oh man, it could work.
You never know, man. You never know.
But anyway, guys, it looks like we've been going here for about 2 hours. Probably going to go ahead and call it a stream. Anything else you want to let the lovely folks know about, Dylan, before we go?
Well, if you did by chance miss my stream yesterday, I did an interview with Mark London, interview/hangout, and you can go enter in the giveaway. You got till next Thursday, at least. Next Thursday, I'll get all the comments together, and then Friday I'll do the drawing, so you can win a few Mad Cave Studios books that I have that were donated from Mark London. And go check the video out, because it's an awesome interview/hangout, man, and I think you'll enjoy it. And if you haven't read any Mad Cave books, you'll definitely be interested. I think it will pique your interest. And if not, check out any of the reviews I've done lately. I know I couldn't even keep it. Oh my god. I gotta jot that note down. It's exploding.
I got those some of those first issues from Mad Cave, and I started reading that RV9. I just got a couple pages into it. I'm like, damn, man, like I already want to read this full trade paperback. God damn it.
He told me too the trade was supposed to come out too with everything going on, because I think he's gonna send it to me.
Yeah, dude, I think it was supposed to come out like that last week that they shipped out books or something. Yeah, or maybe like the next week after, and I was like, shit.
That's the only title. I've read all their books except that one, and I was like, and he's like, I'll just send it to you, because I was like, damn, yeah, I want to read that.
Yeah,
so it looks amazing, man. Yeah. And Perry even said he really liked it. And Perry, he's a tough apple to crack. So
yeah, Perry, he
crack.
Yeah, Perry don't like comics, and he has bad taste. So hey, if he liked it, it must be at least okay.
Yeah, at least okay. But yeah, I hear it's really
what's
cool.
up, man? Oh.
Yeah, that's you read only issue 1. Yeah, I heard that it's really cool, like badass. Yeah, I'm excited to read that one. Woven Heart's a really good one too, if you're into that Monster Hunter type stuff. That's
I was gonna say, I'm gonna check into that. I'll read that one too, because I know that first issue is on there as well. Check it out. Check that shit out.
Hell yeah.
All right, man. Well, I think that's all we've got for today's show. Thank you guys all so much for being here. If you're not already, make sure you're subscribed. Go subscribe to Dylan's channel. There should be links down in the description. Go subscribe to Chris from Chaos and Comics channel. Should be links down in the description for that as well. And if you're not already subscribed to me, what's wrong with you? What are you doing here? How'd you find your way here, man? What are you doing?
Right.
Give this video a thumbs up.
You best sub up.
But you all have a good day. We'll see you all in the next video. Later.
Later.